last we left off, you guys were spending some downtime in Emerald Harbor. Stick's moms offered to lend you their boat for a day so some of you could experience the ocean for the first time. And all in all, it was pretty nice, calm waters. Some octopus time happened. And guys a couple of you may or may not have seen a selkie. From there, you decided to go to what is loosely called the exchange, which is something of like a bank combined with a bazaar. And whereupon you found some of the things that you wanted and not other things. You did take the opportunity to also stock up on some potions and some diamonds, just in case. After that, you went to the essentially the theme restaurant of the town, known as the Graviturgis Bane, which seemed to have some sort of strange curse put on it, making it so that the gravity in there is fucked up. After that, you guys made arrangements to teleport to Iyera, where Valk's temple was, as she had gotten a message from Master Whistling Torrent that something had arrived for her at the temple. And that is where we're picking up. You find yourself in a lovely courtyard, well maintained, standing next to a healthy and sturdy looking oak tree. And you are being approached by a white dragonborn in a typical vestments of the church. What do you guys do?
So, you know that opening scene from The Predator, or for those of us who are nerdier, the scene where Armstrong meets the lady's wife or husband. So Valk just basically goes, whistling toward you, motherfucker, and just clap and just
he claps your hand, gives you a nod. And for those of you who have not seen him before, he's an older dragonborn, but he seems very strong. He has a maul on his back, despite the ceremonial robes he is in. And he looks like he's seen his fair share of scraps in his day.
So, we saw him in the Dreaming, right? He looks the same,
but he looks a little older in person.
Yeah, valid. Honestly, that's about what we expect at this point.
Did we actually see someone else in the Dreaming?
We saw a lot of people in the Dreaming.
Whatever. You see, yeah. Dragonborn man, as he currently is, old but a badass.
Yep. And he says to you, Valk, it is good to see you. I trust your travels have been going well.
Yes, especially thanks to the aid of, may I introduce, most of the wild roses. So you got Demir, who is a caster. You got Blish, who was so kind to give me the lift here. We got Toby, who is a walking cell tower. And we are current. Wait, no, didn't Aaron also come?
Aaron came.
Aaron's here, yeah.
I think Stick was the only one that stayed
Mhm.
behind because he wanted to spend some time with his moms.
We have Iyera, who is of the north, like me, and then we have with us today Zota, Levi, and Hawk are not currently with us, but they will return shortly.
What the fuck is a
What?
cell tower?
I was going to ask the same thing, but nevertheless, you are all welcome here at our temple.
Aaron puts a hand up to his ear and sends a message to Whistling Torrent just saying, honored to meet you.
Are you intending to spend the evening? We can get some cots set up for all of you, if you wish.
That would be appreciated. We only have the resources to make this travel once per day, and we'll have to return to where we are, or where we were, so we can continue on our mission.
Very well. And he's kind of like pausing, like, do you wish for me to give you the message in private? Or he seems kind of unsure if you want the wild roses present.
Demir is going to look over at Valk and just like, whatever you want.
Yeah, no, I'll just scry on you while you're doing it.
I didn't say anything.
Tobias will look to Valk as well, since this is all related to her. He basically sees her as taking point on what decisions she wants made.
Yeah, you can inform me of the message while everyone's getting settled into the accommodations for the evening.
Very well. I will have someone come to assist you all. Speaking to the wild roses at large. Follow me, if you would.
As Valk follows, she's kind of like, besides, I should probably debrief you on what we've discovered so far on our mission.
That would be most excellent. So he leads the way to his private meditation chambers. This is, a room where he will come to not commune as in the spell, but like to meditate, to reflect, to think, just to spend some time going over things. And it is one of the most private areas within the temple. Accessible usually only to the higher members of the church. And he turns to you and produces it looks like an envelope, but it looks a little too lumpy to be like just a letter inside. Like there's something else in there too. And he holds it out to you and says, the courier who was carrying this expressed that it was the utmost importance that we get it to you as soon as possible. There's apparently time-sensitive information in there.
Valk kind of looks at it, tucks it into a pocket. First, I think we should discuss this unraveling of space and time.
Please let me know what you've learned.
Can't deal with a letter if the world's gone. At which point, Valk very clumsily explains what the roses have told her, and also her own personal experiences with the time dilations and the pockets of random magical effects. A yellow dragon descending from the skies, even though they've been extinct for hundreds, thousands of years.
Mhm.
And that we suspect that it has something to do with the Turning Spire, since all our information that we have on it is conflicting as what time period it's currently sitting at. So if it's that unstable, it would be a decent assumption that that is the epicenter of the effect.
I see. Well, I will also tell you that there have been reports of magic failing, even among the church.
That is unsettling. Speaking of magic, the Eye Lady, Mithra?
If,
Mistra.
I was close. The goddess of magic, Mistra, in particular, her stuff has been disappearing. Could that be related to the waxing and waning of the magics?
It could potentially. I have heard of a ancient temple that was close to Uvila. It's at this point, even the ruins themselves have decayed. But if what you say is true and that time is fluctuating, it might be worth investigating that area.
That is really good information. Thank you, Master Whistling Torrent. Could you show us the location on a map before we head out in the morning?
Of course.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I wanted to say in particular?
I don't know, is there?
I'm working on it. It's early. I brought up the goddess. I mentioned this Turning Spire, time dilation, magic issues. Even powerful beings from other planes are worried about this unraveling and seeking shelter as they can. So far, we have met a high-level hag looking to escape into the plane of dreams, and an artificer who was a bit of a monster before he turned himself into a dragon, hiding in a pocket dimension.
Intriguing. So that would mean that this cataclysm, whatever it is affecting beyond our plane.
That would appear to be what's happening. In particular, we've had Feywild leakage more than is typical for the Feywild.
Certain members of the church have been finding it difficult to reach out to the heavens. On occasion, when they commune, there's no response.
I'll have to speak to my father on such. Perhaps he'll know more.
I wish you luck on contacting him, on reaching him. Any information he could provide would be helpful, but there is the possibility he will not be able to answer. Based on the patterns we've noticed.
I will inform you either way.
Most appreciative.
Thank you for getting this message to me as quickly as you did. And again, thank you for the information on the Temple of Mistra. I would like to go make sure that my companions are settling in nicely, and I will check in with you again before we leave in the morning.
Very well. Light guide you.
May the gods shine on us both.
So the rest of you, a couple of acolytes of the church have been working on getting you set up with a bunch of cots in what seems to be a spare room. The cots themselves are not comfortable. It is a church.
A military church at that.
Yeah, I mean, but the cots are there and they're free. So it's something.
Zoda sort of lines hers with the coat that she just bought, the thick and fluffy one meant for winter weather. Basically just giving herself like a mattress topper, if you would, but for a cot. She's just like, I've slept on worse, but this will make it feel nicer, probably.
Yeah, I imagine Tobias would be unbothered by the cots as well. The dude has fucking slept on dirt and other not great surfaces before.
Also, don't people have bedrolls that they can unroll onto the cots?
That is also true, I believe.
Unless we've all been sleeping in the dirt this entire time.
Oh yeah.
Demir does not sleep in the dirt. And in fact, she is going to sleep on top of Lish. She's just going to crawl into his cot. Screw that. Or if he becomes a wolf, she is sleeping on top of Wolf Boy.
What if we put our Minecraft beds together?
So, what are you all doing, if anything, when Valkyria enters the room again?
I would stop somewhere to read the letter in private before coming back.
So you open it up. Well, you notice firstly that the envelope has your name on it, written in a somewhat well, a kind of like dark blue ink. The parchment itself looks standard. It's not like wealthy things or anything you get for copying spells down if you're a wizard. It looks just like standard paper. And when you open it up, there are 2 pieces of paper inside and a couple of objects. Let me just give you the link to this. Just a sec. There you are in the corner. It says you're an anonymous duck. While this letter is being read, are there any conversations that the rest of you would like to have?
Do you think that anyone in this temple will know anything about the gods, but specifically Mistra? I know this is
I'm sure
different
people in the
god,
temple
but-
will know things about the gods.
you would hope.
You would certainly hope. I mean, maybe they're all coasting.
They've all been pretty
Um,
useless so far.
Doesn't mean it's not worth asking, though. I don't have anything else to do with my evening.
If it's of a certain, religious sect, or just religion in general, then obviously they're going to be dedicated to one god in particular, but it's not out of the question that they know more about the others.
I think religious people just like to be ominous, vague and ominous, and it makes them sound like they have wisdom.
I mean, the
Sometimes
kind of
more than
information
others.
we're looking for is vague and ominous. Maybe it'll be a point in our favor.
Would you call your friend vague and ominous too?
Well, Iyera.
No,
Yeah, of course.
Ooh,
she's
what?
not blunt and ominous.
The
This is
ominous
true.
isn't on purpose.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
I don't
All
know.
right, well,
I think it's better to let people define who they are themselves instead of just jumping to conclusions based off of what you think they are.
that's fair.
What about what experience is taught? Is
Experience
that
is-
not informative?
Of course, it's informative, but it's informative about people that you've met, not the people you get to meet.
As you meet many people, I think you tend to find that there are more similarities than there are differences.
Sometimes.
And sometimes experiences can tell you the wrong thing. Regardless, back to the matter at hand. I think, at the very least, it might be a good idea to inquire or see if Valk has inquired about Mithras. Even if they might not know anything detailed, we can at least confirm that people know of her. Because, out of character, from what I remember correctly, when we have inquired about Mithras to people, it's either people don't know of that god, or it's like a vague knowledge, correct?
In relation to Mistra?
Yeah.
People have been, they seem to either know about her or have completely forgotten about her. Just
Okay.
based on what you've noticed.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to confirm. So back in character, I think, because from what we've seen so far, there's been a clear distinction between people either completely forgetting her or at least knowing of her. I'm curious about what causes that difference.
It's hard to say.
If anyone
Maybe
would know
it's-
about them more consistently probably be the people here. So
Maybe it's also weird bubbles like the time stuff.
maybe.
Actually, maybe it is just straight up time stuff. If there was a time she existed and then a time she didn't anymore. Anyways, but yeah, I think asking around is a good idea.
But I'm wondering if, because there was that one building in, it was Uvila, correct? Where there's that giant guardian creature,
That one's an Opius.
Opius. There was that one spot in Opius that me and Demir saw. And the fact that no one could remember what was there. I'm wondering if it's people forgetting that this is because, and this is a potentially a bit of a stretch of a theory, but I'm wondering if the reason people are forgetting Mythos is because elements of her influence are being erased, be it her temples or like aspects of her influence or like traces of her influence and stuff.
But why is it only her? It all seems centered around her. The other gods are affected, but not to the same extent.
Could it be because of
You said you saw something in Opius? I'm
Yeah,
curious about.
there.
it was a giant
When Tobias,
it was a giant cat-like creature. Some sort of being in place of where a building was.
Would
And
Soda
it
have
was-
heard about something like that?
Roll an Arcana check.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, Tobias would try to describe it to the best of his
Yeah, no,
ability.
go,
It was
yeah,
a
no, go
giant
ahead.
fuchsia. I remember correctly the description of it was
Hat-like and
Giant-
dragon-like fuchsia with swirling magical energy and
did it have wings? on
platinum
it as well?
elements.
Platinum elements.
Did have wings. Let me
Yeah.
double check. I got that. Right.
Well, I got a high roll. It's a 19.
Wow.
A 19.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea.
Damn. Okay. Man, yeah, no, I never heard of something like that.
Sorry,
I'm
just double
wondering-
checking. I got the description. All right.
If because things seem to be centered around Mithra, could it be because of the domain that she has not, well, I guess control, but the domain or aspect of worship that she oversees, magic?
With everything that we've been observing, it's not out of the question.
If something was to devour a god, which god would you go after first?
I mean, could be devourment or. I know this is far fetched, but if everything's happening at if the Turning Spire seems to be the center of all this, or at least like the one place we haven't really checked, there's a possibility that something happened with her there. I wouldn't know, but
It's just one of those things we'll have to figure out.
Sooner rather than later, hopefully.
Yeah,
don't like
that
going
would
on
be
detours.
ideal.
You're cutting out a bunch, Avery.
Me?
No, the other Avery. Okay.
Oh, frozen and dead. Demir just died.
Jesus Christ.
Again.
What's her name? Fiola got to her early. Oh no. Oral's vengeance finally caught up.
Well, she did freeze.
And then die. Disappear even.
Did it because winter froze. Anyways.
Yuck, 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 yuck. Anyway, this is probably a good enough time for Valk to re-enter the room.
How's she looking?
She is winged up and the most neutral face you have ever seen from here down. And just kind of walks in and sits on one of the cots. And is just staring straight ahead.
What news?
She kind of jumps at that and looks at Lish. Pulls out the flower and hands it to him for your collection.
Okay. What is it?
I can send a link.
Yeah, it's a little blue flower with soft petals. It's very nice. Mm-hmm. Send you the link too for good measure. Mm-hmm. Oh wow, fancy.
Fancy flower.
Iyera? You guys hear me? Or am I
Yes.
still cutting out? Okay,
No,
cool.
Yeah, we can hear you.
You're good.
Cool. Are you okay, Valkyria?
Define okay.
I take it the message was bad then.
Complicated.
Complicated how?
Complicated. You need to go deal with it.
It does not take precedence over our journey to the Turning Spire.
But what is it?
She pulls out a piece of paper and just kind of sets it on the edge of the cot.
Which one?
The invite, not the letter.
Which cot?
Just the edge of her cot.
Well, Lish will take it. All right, I'll send that to you as well then.
Demir is going to read over his shoulder.
Okay, fine. Just a second. I have to fucking find it.
Look, she's using Lish as a bed. She can use him as a reading chair too.
Fair enough.
I'm being difficult.
Aren't we all?
Aaron, I thought you said she was blind.
Congratulations. Who are we?
Are you getting married or who are these people?
My name is not Runa Grace.
I don't know what other aliases you might have.
Valk, if you could just
Oh, so you're
explain what's
Jason
going
Carter
on.
then.
Runa Grace would be my mother.
Oh, felicitations then, or judging by your reaction, perhaps not.
Well, I did trade my memories of her to aid Tobias with the hag.
No, you did not. You did not do it to aid me. Do not lay that on me.
Fine, I traded my memories of her to the hag for information. And the contents of the letter that was attached adds some indication as to why I would do that.
And what are the contents of that letter?
That she's apologetic for letting the lawkeeper get his hands on me and is hoping to reconnect.
That bitch is a liar. Don't listen.
Sounds like this is
I
more.
do not trust her.
This is more or less a letter from someone that you do not know. Is that correct?
Well, I have no memories of them, and from what I mentioned with Hawk earlier, that I didn't have much memories to begin with.
And do you wish on creating new ones?
I don't know.
Seems to me like you sold those memories for a reason, and Lish will give you back the invite.
She folds it and tucks it into an inner pocket.
How far away was that date from
It's in
where
like
we vaguely are in time?
5 or 6 weeks from now.
Well, you have some time to decide, but seems to me there was a reason you cut them out.
It looks like it wasn't either of our choices. It was the lawkeeper again.
When exactly was it that you were taken by the lawkeeper?
Dorboslav.
When?
My earliest memories are from with him.
And it took her this long to write you a letter? An apology? Or have there been more of these?
This is the first.
Did she
Why are we
apologize?
even having this conversation then?
He only wants you there as a trophy. A status symbol. Look, my Aesmar daughter has graced and blessed our wedding as a sign of forgiveness so I can put my guilty conscience behind me.
I want to start
all this
my wedding, my new life off on a good foot.
Perhaps. Also, it turns out Dorboslav is dead.
Oh,
Good.
yeah.
I wish it had been
That's-
by my hand, but hopefully that'll
Okay.
abate the nightmares.
I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully he'll stop haunting you a little.
I just had the immediate thought of Valk going, maybe I should hire a necromancer so I can raise his body and smite him again.
Oh my god.
I mean, there is a professor of necromancy back in Royas.
That's a thought for a different day. Valk's pretty much shut down at this point.
Now, why are you so upset?
This is not what I was expecting when we came here.
Were you hoping for a fight? Or perhaps some sage words of wisdom?
Either would make more sense than this.
I don't know. This seems a rare moment of clarity where we've gotten nothing but confusing answers and misleading truths, and nothing is clear, and everything is still up in the air. This is fairly straightforward. That seems to me.
The Valk, the other object, not the flower. It's definitely one of yours.
I figured.
I just want to clarify.
Yep. You know. Oh, that's not an apropos metaphor. Anyway, Valk at this point finally like turns to look at Demir. Would your scrying orb be able to work off of a letter?
Possibly. I could give it a shot.
Could I use it?
It's one of those magic items you have to get familiar with, unfortunately.
For one day, Demir. No.
Sure. Almost
Valk
back.
pulls the letter out and hands it to Demir.
All right.
No? Okay.
I will get to show you the whole thing now.
Yes, please, because she is absolutely like, she's studying it to scribe, but she's also reading it.
She's a nosy bitch, and I love that for her.
Listen, you handed the nosy bitch the nosy bitch letter. Like, you can't.
And there
Hence
you
why
are.
I was
It
hoping
says
to
you're an
use the
anonymous
orb.
elephant.
I just said that I would give it to you, but okay.
Yeah, well,
Zoda, what are you doing right now? Are you just watching all this drama unfold in front
Yeah,
of you?
no, like she's like she's basically like the rest kicked up in her cot, like sort of wide-eyed, just like there's a lot of shit going down, like mentally. There's a lot of shit going down. I'm not part of this group. It's not any of my business, but holy shit.
Okay, I'm going to try and scry on her.
All right.
Zoda's like, damn, that's crazy.
So she uses the commoner stat block. So she would, it's just a straight roll.
So I have is this a possession or just like a likeness?
Possession.
Okay, so she gets a -1 to her saving. I'm sorry, she gets a +1 to her saving throw.
Okay. Well, doesn't matter because I always roll shit for these crimes.
The nosy bitch got a nosy.
I swear, Avery rolls super high whenever combat's happening, and whenever Demir needs to find out something, out comes the low numbers.
It's that point that Valk just like, if you could just look and not speak.
All right. Let me send a description of what Demir sees if you guys want to talk while she's staring and while she's pondering the orb.
I'm pondering my orb.
Just a second here.
Demir stands up like, yeah. Kind of cold up here, huh?
Wait, who was that directed at?
Just anyone.
Just like
It's like
changing
it's
the
so quiet.
conversation.
It's like so quiet, and like she doesn't want to just like start unpacking everything that just happened. So
Yeah, it's like, yeah, can't say they're the nicest of accommodations. And as he's saying it, he is also going to message you. Sorry, you're just having to be here for this.
she's just
I
sort of
know
like
it's awkward.
she's just sort of like Eric could like see her kind of just like shrug a little bit.
He nods.
Well, you're all definitely one of the most interesting groups I've tagged along with.
Aaron Mock slaps his chest and says, I take that personally.
Well, good, because it's not necessarily an insult.
He beams.
Yeah. Steak and I sort of, while we're just sort of surveying, have sort of tagged along with a good few groups. Not too unlike you guys, but always different. So we've seen our fair share of people and been our fair share of places already. It's been a fun adventure.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I'm sure that he's glad to have a place to rest, though, especially since I don't think he's seen his moms in quite a time.
Yeah, no, he seemed really happy to be reuniting with them. Yeah, you know, benefits to spending most of your time around consistent people you know you love, and benefits to spending your time around a bunch of new people each time you get to meet and learn about.
Yeah, it's an experience. We've stuck
I'm sure.
us two have stuck together the whole time, of course.
Yeah. And Aaron will get up and walk over to where Zod is and just start asking about her like studies and stuff and what that's like.
Oh well, I'm not like a student, but
Ooh,
yeah, I'm more of just like a hired hand in a sense. I'm like passingly
okay,
familiar with
okay.
magic, but I'm not necessarily a student. Uh,
Mhm.
Mostly I've been helping. Well, Steek's very interested in history, and of course,
Mhm.
you know, with all this time shit going on, history sort of. Well, it's in some cases it's morally bare, and in some cases weird history. So it's very interesting for him. And of course, we're keeping
Yeah,
an eye out for anything that can help us fix this as well.
yeah. No, that makes sense, and it's it's important work. And Aaron stares off into the middle distance for a second and says, "Imagine being history."
I mean, if any of the dead could talk, they definitely have something to say about that.
My God, don't we super quick?
I'm
Don't
pretty
we
sure they
not
can
have
if
to
they
imagine that because there's literally history books in our home library that have us in there.
Yep,
point.
that's what
She doesn't
Aaron
know
was
that.
thinking about.
That's fun.
Also, speak with dead is a spell.
Yeah, Aaron.
It's true.
It's like
That's
I'm
true.
pretty sure they can if you find the
Yeah,
right
but I mean, like at
magics.
will, not like if.
Don't I have access to that? It's not a cleric spell.
I mean, yeah, you're a cleric. Demir,
What
do
figure
you
from
have
history
any?
do you most
Are
want
you
to hear
yeah,
from?
planning on talking at all? Because if you talk, you will be talking out loud.
No, I
Okay.
I assume that I heard Valkyria say don't talk unless I was already in my like scry thing, but actually I don't think she would have said anything. She just looked in.
Okay.
And she'll come out of the scry after a bit and look over at Valk and just she seems well. I saw her cooking.
Did you
Thank
get to
you.
see this fiance?
No, but I saw his son. About 10 years old.
Fair enough.
Thank you. And she grabs the letter and tucks it back away.
All right.
So, Valkyria, you obviously know more about this temple than any of us would, but do you think that anyone would perhaps be familiar with the other gods, or is this only Torm, or
There are course individuals more focused on the come on word. You can do it, brain.
Pantheon?
Well, I was going to say facts, lore, history, esoteric. Close enough. The esoteric parts of the religion as opposed to just the spells or hymns or duties.
Mhm.
I did speak to Whistling Torrent about Mistra, though. And he mentioned that contact between the planes has begun to have issues, especially in regards to Mistra. Most of the information around her seems to be disappearing. He did mention an ancient temple outside of made up word that I cannot remember. Uvila. That depending upon how these time dilations work, we might luck out and run into it while it's pre-ruined.
Was Uvila where the magic chickens were?
Yes.
I think we may have already found that temple, or what was left of it. Some
Well-
chickens got their hands on some wild magic.
That sounds a little troublesome.
Well,
One of them sent Toby to space.
Toby the Moon Bear. No, perhaps it would be worth revisiting at some point. Perhaps the time has shifted locally, or perhaps the time is associated with individuals, at which point we have both me, Zoda, and Stick, who have not been there yet. So perhaps we'll see a different time.
Not to mention that perhaps what you saw wasn't necessarily the temple itself or what was left of it.
Truth be told, we didn't know to investigate it at the time.
It's fine.
It was
Hindsight's
just some
20/20,
wild
as they
magic
say.
chickens.
This was earlier, when we were young and naive.
Well, with Lish's new tree traveling capabilities, we could make our way that way with a fair amount of haste after we investigate the Turning Spire.
Perhaps
Yes,
that's our
this-
next weird day trip.
The
take a lot of
tree
those.
magic is
Oh, this is new.
usually they're a little longer, but this tree magic is very useful.
Yes, transportation always is.
So, is there any more business other than this? And like Demir is going to gesture to the package that Valk has.
This is why I came. I debriefed with Whistling Torrent. So I suppose we're just waiting for Alicia's spells to reboot.
Sure you don't want to spend any more time with him?
I may wander the temple at some point, but as of right now, I wish to just be quiet.
Fair enough.
If crawls up onto the bed next to you, Valk, and just kind of leans over on you.
He's such a good son.
He doesn't
We
say
love
anything.
the
He just
sun boy.
flops. All right. So, are there any other conversations that would like to happen before bedtime? All right.
Once
Oh,
oh no, you're
You
good. Aaron's
No.
thing will probably happen afterwards.
I actually am going to use my sky orb again. And I would I would like to scry on the brains lady again. I scryed on her once before and I want to scry on her again.
Okay. What's the DC?
Well, I have a let's see. Sorry, I have to look it up again.
How dare you look things up?
Well, I haven't met her, but I've scryed on her before. But I'm guessing that's secondhand knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, so she gets I think a +5 to her save, unless having the brain of her partner counts.
You left the brain back in Emeriden. You
Right,
locked it in the
okay.
room, and then you said to Stick's moms, "Hey, don't open this. We have a pet in there." And then you left.
We would have checked in with him before leaving.
Don't
Demir's
worry.
not an asshole.
Don't worry,
Demir is an asshole.
lie
I'm
to yourself.
sorry.
Stick
I'm
is,
sorry.
is making
That's
sure
literally
that
her
that brain is
tagline.
Demir
fed
is an
and loved.
asshole. But she is
Stick is
making
pet
sure the
sitting.
brain is cared for. So
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, what is the DC with her +5?
oh man, saves are weird. Is it 22? Or would it be I don't know. These saves are weird. I still can't figure them out.
Okay. So
Or
they're
oh no, I'm sorry. It would be I think it's my DC minus what they would get as a plus. I don't know. This is weird.
okay. So I believe it's your DC, but then she will get a +5. So what is your DC?
My DC is 17, so she needs to be a 12.
Okay. She rolled a 13 plus
Ah,
5.
shit.
So
Damn it. Okay. All right. Then I guess my last scry of the day I'll try on Levy.
all right. Levy. It is evening, probably around dinner time for you since you're in a slightly different time zone. The Wild Roses, rest of you guys had a lovely, rousing dinner of temple gruel. What are you doing right now, Levy?
Made stew. Made some fucking stew.
All right.
Feeding the kiddos. I feel like maybe she'd, I don't know, invited the fucking professor over for Din Din because
Sure,
I
yeah.
don't know, they're friends.
He'll come over for dinner. Why not?
She's like, I'm making stew tonight.
So Demir, the vision clarifies and you see Levy in the kitchen running around making stew.
The kids are probably terrorizing the good professor. It's fine.
Yeah, probably.
But she's making stew.
Looks like you're busy.
She kind of goes, "Oh,
Hi.
yep." Keeping busy.
I was just calling to check in. Been a
Yes.
bit?
Oh my god, I gotta get her fucking voice back. Hang on, it's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Y'all.
Cowgirl,
Y'all.
cowgirl.
Y'all.
Yaldative. Yalstative. uh she's like, oh, I mean, yeah, I got plenty to do around here and all of that. How's everything going on your end?
Well,
I'm too tired for
we
this.
we made it to Emerald Harbor, on our way to the Turning Spire, and then Valkyria received a message from her old temple that there was a package for her, and we are currently at the temple after retrieving it.
All right. Is everybody doing okay?
Yeah. We're making progress.
Right. Oh yeah. The world shifter's here, and we were gonna swap some notes.
Oh, excellent. I- if you see him, we are traveling with one of his students. We are with Stik and Zota of the Academy in Royas. They are our. We ran into them on the road. They were going the same way as us, so.
I'll run that by him. Sure. All right. Sounds eventful. Looks like you found a
Yeah.
quiet night, though. Quiet enough to call.
Simple enough, I suppose. But, I just thought I would check in. That's all.
She's cooking, and she seems pretty comfy. She's made a friend. She's got the kiddos. She's pretty thoughtful.
Looks healthy.
Yeah, it looks healthy. Maybe a little bit in her own head about something, but more like she's chewing on something in her thoughts rather than she's bugged out. So
Well, I don't want to interrupt your evening. Say hi to Aldrich for me.
yeah, of course. And I'll find a way to get any info to you if it'd be useful for you. Do you have anything new for us that we could go off of?
Do we? I don't think we do really.
The ancient temple.
Oh yeah, Demir will mention the remember when we were in Uvila and we found those magic chicken?
Yeah.
Apparently, somewhere around there is an ancient temple to Mistra. And whatever it is seems to be connected to her. So we were thinking about hopping over there way back to look around.
All right.
Maybe the wild magic chickens were more important than we thought.
Who knew? I mean, if you want to maybe call ahead, like a few days before you're reaching there, I can meet you guys over there.
Maybe if you want to roll just a general intelligence check.
Oh God. Oh Lord. Oh, the dice, no. I hate it here. Yeah, that's gonna be a total of 10.
You recall back with the chickens, they seemed to have taken a liking to a particular rock. It had some strange scratches on it. Could have been like a bit of a ruin. Hard to say.
Yeah, actually, you know where we found the chickens, Demir? I mean, there was like they were really into like this one spot, and I think it's worth digging around there because I mean there was like some rocks, but they could have been rubble, maybe. I mean, that's where the chickens were.
Yeah,
That's where
it's the
they were being all magic and shit.
I definitely agree with you. I think that seems to be where it could be.
All right, this is a really great lead. I'll run it by the professor, and if we decide to go investigate it ahead of time, just because I mean it's something solid to go off of, so we might want to jump on it. I'll let you know. We don't want to step on toes, but we do want to get the show on the road. You know.
Oh no, that is why I'm telling you. You are far closer to Iyera than we are, and we are still on the slow journey. But we'll be in touch.
Yeah, of course. And we might end up taking some students on a field trip. Who knows? Field trip. Yeah. Thank you for the information. Thank you for checking in. I'm gonna feed the kids, run this by the professor, and get back to you if we find anything else. All right. Y'all take care
Over and
now.
out. Goodbye, Levy. We love you.
and what? She's like, she just goes. She's like, I miss you.
Oh, I like and break her.
Yeah, and she just goes, oh, I miss y'all a lot. Bye. She's all flustered and shit. Like every time Debbie tells Levy she loves her, she glitches out a little bit because she still doesn't quite expect it. She's like, what?
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah. So Demir will drop the scry and just kind of well, I communicated with Levy. She and Aldrich are and the children are having dinner. So they might go over to Uvila and investigate the temple.
Oh, are they having dinner?
That'd be nice.
Lish, no.
They were making stew.
Lish just smirk.
That's her dad. God.
That's her funky wizard uncle. Leave it alone.
Gee, Levy. Why do you have two dads?
I'm glad that she sounds like she's doing well.
She seems much better every time I check in.
Yeah, that sounds wonderfully domestic.
Well,
Well, I think that I'm going to just walk around for a while, take a look around at the grounds for bed. Air quotations around bed.
Erin, what were you going to do?
He's mostly gonna be just talking to the night, but when there is a quiet moment, he is going to message Demir real quick, and say, hey Demir, what was in that letter? I know you read it.
I love Erin so much.
I love Aaron. Oh my god.
Here, I know you're a sneaky bitch. Give me the 411.
Spill the tea, sis.
I want all the tea. Spill it.
While Demir is walking with Lish, she is going to like look around and make sure that there aren't like a lot of acolytes around, that it's just the two of them, and she will say out loud her response to the message, which is it was that the lawkeeper was dead and she is feeling repentant, and wants, now that he is gone, she wants Valkyria back in her life. And that she hoped that she would talk to her. I mean, pretty much what you would expect from that sort of invitation.
Aaron just rolls his eyes from back in the room, apropos of nothing.
Yep. Does this thing work two ways, or? No, I'm just talking aloud to myself, aren't I?
Just a little bit, darling.
Well, yes, that was the letter. Aaron wanted to know, but I don't know. Valkyria didn't seem exactly torn up about losing those memories, and now she is concerned about a rekindling.
I suppose she's never really had a chance to know what she could have had or has lost. The potential of having it again is appealing on some level, I assume.
I don't know. It seems as if
Is Valk
we were
able to
so
hear
eager
this
to
all?
No, we're on a walk, so unless you're following us creeping.
Walking around the temple.
Stalk Lish, stalk Lish, stalk Lish.
Stalk him, stalk him.
No, Valk has other sneaky plans for the evening.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy. It seems to me that the Valkyria that could remember her mother was eager to be rid of her. I don't see why the Valkyria who doesn't would not follow her lead.
For a mother who is repentant and apologetic and wants their child back, the letter did seem rather aloof and cordial, did it not?
Mm-hmm. And repentance only after any challenge has disappeared. Seems to me that the time to have stood up for her child has come and gone. And so has the window for forgiveness. But this is Valkyria's life, I suppose.
If she wishes to bring someone back into her life that he kind of mulls on the words a little bit, just the amount of rue and repentance does not all this to say Volk deserves better.
That I can agree with. But then again, I suppose without the memories or knowledge, what led to her previous feelings towards her mother, perhaps Valkyria seeks to satiate some curiosity.
If she wishes to bring such pain and heartbreak back into her life, then that is her choice. But this woman seems to have created a new life. And where does Valkyria fall into that?
Seems she has what she wants. Now all she wants is to do so without the guilt of her past hanging over her.
Perhaps.
Either way, I hope that Valkyria will include us. I am certainly interested to see.
Lish kind of shrugs a little bit.
Is
They're
it not interesting to you?
I do not necessarily want to see a mother be unkind to her child, if that is how it works out.
And there's a lot of life you do not want to see then.
It is a preference. I'm going to see much regardless.
I just want to be there for Valkyria. She owed herself to me. I feel some responsibility, I suppose, for what becomes of her.
Certainly.
I am the reason she was there in the first place. I had suggested that she come to us, so. And she sold her memories of her mother on, well, my behalf. So
She did it for her. She did it herself. No one has made any of
she
these
made that
people
choice herself,
sell
but-
themselves, their minds, their bodies,
Yeah.
their future
Yes.
favors, but themselves. None of these
Yes.
people can sell what they want.
She made herself, but she decided to trade her memories to get information that I was seeking. She made the choice, of course. I never asked her to make a hag deal.
Right, so you
But-
have no debt to her in that regard. I know you may feel that way, but you should not let that feeling get away from you.
Of course, I just I suppose I care about her. That's all. That's just a crime.
I just fear that there are more hags in our future. Lord knows what they will ask for next. That's all.
I can agree with that. Does not seem as if hags are what we should be tangling with anymore, given this group's proclivities.
Oof. When we get to Aelin, we shall see.
Demir is going to tuck her arm into Lish's.
We'll just keep walking around for a bit more till we make our way back.
All right. Anyone else before rest time?
I'm waiting for during rest time.
Oh yeah, I know. Going once.
Lisha's just gonna stay up a little bit late working on his paperwork.
All right. Eventually, rest finds you all. Sniv has curled up on the ground next to Valk's cot, since it isn't big enough for the two of them. And he seems to like the floor anyway. But it's restful, if not comfortable. Valkyria.
She sneaks out of the room.
Do you want to roll a stealth check?
Unfortunately, there is a Lish, so
Yep.
Can you beat what is it, 22, 23?
no. At least I didn't like actively like trip and fall and wake everyone up.
Yeah, it's more of that. What'd you get?
5.
Okay.
I mean, she's probably not wearing her full plate unless she sleeps in that. So
No, you're not in your full plate. This is just your natural dexterity.
Exactly.
Okay.
A 5.
Okay. So
Evidently distracted and just kind of get up and just plod out of the room.
yeah. Yeah, very audible. In fact, a few of you probably wake up actually. Depends.
Aaron is going to message her on her way out.
Oh my
Good
god.
luck.
All eyes go to Valk. Lish peeks open an eye like, what?
what time is
Demir
it
is
when
still
we're
asleep.
what time is it when we're accidentally awakened?
This is probably, would you say like 1 a.m.?
About.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone. There's just something I need to deal with. And just
So it's just sort of like,
Do not go too far.
Okay. Where do you go?
I sneak into the meditation room.
All right. we'll say you do hear some rustling that indicates you might wake people up as you pass by their rooms, but no one stops you. You rolled a 5.
Also, it's not like Valk is out of place here.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, Valk's in and is doing a night walk. Whatever, that weirdo.
Mhm. So the meditation room is a circular room with a stone tile floor. There are various shelves along the walls with various candles that are even lit at this time of day. The ceiling is slightly domed and has a depiction of the heavens painted onto it.
Double checking which spell to use. I think it's this one that I want to use. Okay, whatever. I guess I'll use sending, or I'll make it like, obviously there's ritual to this, and like taking some of the candles and making a little circle around myself and doing gestures with my holy symbol.
Mhm.
But ultimately I cast sending and go, Father, I require your guidance in my hour of need. Could you impart some of your wisdom? Greg. Hey, Dad, I have questions.
You hear the voice of your father in your mind, echoey and kind of horrifying as it is. What questions do you have? Also, I'd like you to roll a perception check.
Let's see, 19.
Okay.
Okay, who sneaked after me with a really good sneak score? Anyway, so interacting with my father. I have questions in regards to the planes and a matter that is of a personal nature.
Speak and I shall listen. Are you talking in common or celestial at this point?
Old Celestial.
Excellent.
I am using all the formal shit with the papa. It is not a familial relationship. But yeah, the shredding of reality is perplexing, and I understand if you are not allowed to share more in regards to such, considering the gods' silence on it. But am I heading in the right direction of the Turning Tower?
You see an image of a city. You are looking up at a marble tower that seems to be turning slowly.
Thank you, Father. And in regards to the personal matter, Mother has reached out, but to aid a friend in a time of need, I traded my memories of her. Is she to be trusted, or is there more to this invitation than what is presented?
It takes your vision a moment to clarify, but you see a vision of a young woman with long, dirty blonde hair and bright blue eyes, and she is holding a baby, looking down with the most pure love and adoration. She kisses the baby, which you recognize to be you, very gently, and smiles. There's just an overwhelming sense of love and warmth that comes with the image.
Valk starts tearing up and crying. Thank you, Father, for that gift. Wish me well on my quest to end this tear, and may reality be restored to how the gods see fit.
So you feel that same, at least similar warmth that you got from the image sort of emanate into you, and you're under the effect of a bless spell for the next hour.
Yay. Not much to do in the next hour, but
Yeah, it's more of like the thought that counts.
Daddy did something nice. At which point I guess she spends the next hour while blessed doing a variety of prayers in Old Celestial.
All right.
Prayers for herself, prayers for her friends.
Sounds good. When do you return?
When the bless fades,
Okay.
I return to the room and sleep better than I have in a while.
All right. Everyone seems to be accounted for when you return. Does anyone else have any nighttime escapades they wish to accomplish? All right. So the next morning comes. Passes uneventfully. You hear people outside start like in the temple ringing some bells to wake everyone up. You know, the usual stuff.
Before we do head out, I would like to track down Isabella and thank her for her aid before we head out.
Yeah, she says that she's glad to help.
And I pass her a couple gold coins for her troubles so she can go have a nice evening on me.
All right. So do you guys want to have any conversations before you teleport back to Emerald Harbor?
We were also going to talk to Whistling Torrent and
Yes.
have our map updated with a more exact location of the rune.
All right. Yeah, you managed to find Whistling Torrent. He is engaged in some fighting forms as a form of prayer and meditation. But once he's done with that, he is able to point out the location to his recollection of the former Temple of Mistra. And he is able to describe that, yeah, it's supposed to be a very ancient temple and isn't really even there anymore per se, but you guys might get lucky. And yes, it is more or less in the location that you guys encounter the magic chickens.
Those darn chickens. They're up to something.
Shortly after everyone wakes up, Zoda starts heading off to basically just go look at the garden for a bit. You don't get many chances to look at a temple garden after all.
It is very tidy, very
nice.
neat, well tended, with open spaces for time and reflection.
Yeah, she really does take her time out there.
All right. Anything you're looking to accomplish out there?
No,
You just vibing.
vibing
Alright.
about.
Cool.
Look some flowers.
Aaron, I'll go with her and get a few like sketches in, but nothing that detailed.
All right. So do you guys Lish, did you prepare transport via plants today?
I hope so.
Yes, but it would be very funny if you didn't.
True.
Yeah.
All right.
Lish holds the party hostage. We ain't going nowhere until you share your feelings.
Why were you crying? Lish will herd everyone over to the tree.
Okay.
It was you.
Was it?
It was the entire party. They snuck behind me and I was completely oblivious.
I mean, look, our party group stealth rolls are a lot easier when Valk is the one being stealthed upon.
For a person made of eyes, I am oblivious.
Yeah. Everyone ready?
Ready as I can be.
Let's go pick up our stick.
It's stick.
Stick.
All right.
You're holding the K a little too aggressively.
Egg. So you cast transport via plants. The line of frost appears and then splits open. You guys all start to rush through. Now, I will point out it's still pretty early, but the way the time zones work, it's light enough outside at Emerald Harbor. Let's see, let's go back to calm ambiance.
Which directions do your time zones go?
Same as in real life, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to keep track.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably easiest to do the same as America, where Amrai is more like Oregon and Emerald is more like DC.
Yeah, I mean,
So we're going to Maine? Wait, no, we're teleporting
We're
to
going to the East Coast.
Boston, and then we're going to go up to, I don't know.
Rhode Island.
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense that the spooky things are in Maine. I mean, like Stephen King's been trying to warn us about that place for how many years?
Between Stephen King and Lovecraft, that area is fucked.
I'm just saying.
anyways. You guys teleport back to Emerald Harbor, return to the house to find that Stick isn't there.
Soda rings up one of the mothers, whoever's home, and she's like, "Hey, where did Steve go?"
Oh, he's out with his secret girlfriend. He thinks that we don't know about. He'll be back
Really?
shortly.
Okay.
Don't call him out on it. He gets shy about her.
I mean, here I was ready to post up near the door and be like, "So," the moment he comes in, but I was
Mirror.
Well, it's something like a I mean, it's not really a game, but it's an open secret in our household. He pretends that we don't know, and we pretend that we don't know. And he gets to practice sneaking out. And he's actually gotten better at it the last few years.
good for him. I'll be in the secret. That's fine.
Demir, we require your nosy bitch powers.
Yeah, but Felix left, so you gotta wait till next time.
That's a great cover story. I gotta say, that was Felix's idea. That's great.
So what shall we get up to for
It
the
isn't
next
a cover
hour?
story. It's what Felix requested. Eventually, Stick returns and gives you some story about going on an early morning walk. And is there anything else you'd like to accomplish in the city before going off?
I mean, I'm going.
You muted yourself halfway through that.
Yep. Yes, I did. I'm going to go collect the brain.
All right.
And I don't have anything I need to do in town, so
Oh, Aaron. I messaged you. Do you want to see if they have one of those at the bazaar?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Because I did math.
Post up. Yes, thank
Okay,
you. For that.
what are you guys going for at the exchange? One of you can message me if you want.
No, it's his show. I was just or her show. Player and character pronouns being different is a bitch.
Says
No,
you.
Logs was suggesting that Aaron could go look for gauntlets of ogre power, which are also a strength increaser, but are significantly less rare and less expensive.
All right, let's see. Roll an investigation check.
All right.
I wish to assist.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
go for it. So advantage then.
Ooh, okay. That's nice to have. That'll be 17.
17. You're lucky enough to come across some gauntlets of ogre power for 700 gold.
Woo! Yeah, he's dropping that.
All right.
He is 100% dropping that.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Guess who doesn't have a really sad strength score for that he's a variant anymore?
Woo!
Welcome to a modifier of 4.
Woo! Yeah, he's been at a fucking 15.
Him strunk.
We could now
And
arm
now he is
wrestle.
not. Do you wanna?
Oh, hell yeah, we should try them out. Arm wrestle, or do you want to have a sparring match?
Ooh.
Do you need to
Yeah,
attune
let's-
to them?
Oh, that's true.
That's an hour, right? Or is that a full day?
An
I think it's
hour.
just an hour.
Is an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll get on those. What are his attunements? Because I know he's at 3 now, so he's gonna have to drop something. The Great Axe is an attunement, right? His
The
Great Axe of Warden, rather.
let me double check. Let's see. Weapon of warning, taking forever to load. Requires attunement.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
But I mean, you can still use it as an axe without having the advantage on initiative and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a trade-off he's willing to make. He'll just smash people with it. As
All right.
normal.
2 additional damage and 2 additional to hit.
Trading speed for damage. Let's
Right.
go.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, barbarian things.
Yeah, so he'll get attuned to those.
Cool.
Spark.
Turning their essays. All right. Do you guys want to actually like fight, or do you want to just do a simple casual like athletics contested roll?
Well, does anybody else have any plans for the next 50 minutes? I'm fine having
If
an
there's
actual
space for
spar.
it, yeah. I mean,
I can't think
I
of
don't want to
anything
dominate the
unless-
session if there's other stuff people want to do, but
No, I can't think of anything unless someone wants to bug Zoda about something.
Do it.
Okay.
all right. That sounded like permission.
Let me see. Let me just do a thing real quick. Because maybe I can get you guys an arena if I'm fast enough. Like, I don't know, in Styx family's backyard or whatever.
I don't know why, but my immediate visual for that was that they have like a trampoline and Aaron and Valk are just on either sides of a trampoline, which would be absolutely terrible for sparring.
Yeah, just a second here. Thank you for your patience.
Oh, I'm excited to spar. Valk hasn't been able to have a match with her new extra attack yet.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, I don't think I've gotten to use any of Aaron's like fighter abilities at all.
Murder.
Which I just realized because I'm an idiot and don't know things, but I just realized on Roll20 that you can add more just little counters on the side. So I put in counters for all of his weird abilities I never remember to use, and I'm hoping that'll remind me they exist.
Yeah,
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Valk also has a stupid amount of side abilities in addition to spells.
Yeah, that's valid.
Just like her character sheet is so ridiculous.
That is the wrong layer on Roll20. God damn it. Almost there, I promise.
I believe you.
Let's see. I have war cleric, channel divinity, lay on hands, healing hands. At which point channel divinity, I have 4 different kinds. Or is it only no? Yeah, it's 4. And then of course, like a metric shit ton of immunities.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Mhm. Now I'm putting the minis on the
You know
map.
what? Fuck it. Valkyria and Aaron are going to get bardic inspiration from me before the fight because why the hell not? If you
Why
two
the
are
hell
going
not?
to fight,
That's a
may
D6,
the
right?
best fighter win.
That's a D6, right?
It's unknown, apparently.
I saw a nod. It's a D6, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
D6.
okay.
Okay, just couldn't remember.
So you can use it on one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. This can be added after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome.
Excellent. So that sits there. So we're having a private gladiatorial match in their backyard.
Yeah. Why don't you guys place your tokens wherever and also double check that you can move them?
Yep.
All right. All right.
All right.
You spin me
Ah.
right round, baby,
Come,
right?
baby, right round.
And at this point, I'd love for you guys to roll for initiative.
Woo!
That would be 16.
Ooh. That'll only be a 14 for me.
All right.
I'm first in initiative for the first time in forever.
And would
You're
you like me to
first in
add the other
initiative.
wild roses? Is anyone planning on rigging the fight in any way?
Tobias will watch, but he's not going to rig it or anything.
Fucking Zoe's interested. She won't rig, but
I did my fair rigging, but I'm just watching.
Which concentration spell do I want to cast?
Anyone else watching?
Lish is watching.
We'll say Stick is out there too.
Is Toby watching?
Yeah,
oh my
Toby's.
god, he's such a precious boy. I haven't seen his token art yet.
Oh, it's adorable.
Lish will give Toby a little hip bump and
We're all here.
watch with him.
I think that would be overkill for a one-on-one fight. So I am going to use Shield of Faith. So that's a 4th. And I have a stupid high AC now.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
No, that is a bonus action. So I get to do other things. And it's up to 10 minutes. So this fight won't last that long. And since we have healing out the wazoo, we're going for it, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, fucking knock me out.
Looks like I am going with you for this combat. So at which point, so my bonus action was to cast a spell. I then move into position and swing in with my longsword. 15. Does a 26 hit?
26 will hit, surprisingly enough.
Uh-huh. So let's see, that's this. And since we're just getting warmed up, I'll use one of these. So at which point Valk goes, Valk goes like, we're really going for this, right? You go, yes, at which point just predatory smile and swings like a motherfucker. And let's see, that would be a 9 slashing and 18 radiant damage. Which, don't you have that?
Yes, as an Azamar, Iyera has resistance to radiant.
Yeah.
So 9 radiant.
Awesome.
Oh,
Alrighty.
extra attack. I forgot. I get a second one of these for one action. 2, 13. I choose not to use my channeling ability to pump that up. And so I miss, right?
13.
Yes.
Yeah, 13 misses.
Okay. So Valk has a decent opening swing, and it is your turn.
Yeah, and I'll say, yeah, same question to you.
Go for it.
All right. And he's gonna rage first of all. But second of all, he's gonna pull up his necrotic shroud.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
What's
I'm
the
gonna need
radius?
10 feet.
All right.
So
And-
should just hit Valk.
Oh yeah, no, I figure everyone else is too far away, but I thought it would be fun to give you the magic radius visible.
Oh, that
What-
does sound fun.
What's the save for that again?
It's a charisma save.
What color would you want that to be, Aaron?
It's
does
probably just black. I mean, he's edgy.
does a 26 make?
I would assume a 26 makes. I gotta say.
That's the first time that you haven't actually gotten me with that.
That's true. All right. But he'll get some fun damage shit from that. At any rate.
It's an extra D8 necrotic, correct?
It's an extra my level necrotic.
Oh yeah, it's level, not.
Yeah. Yep. So that'll be fun. And that's his prep move. And he's gonna burn his surge to take another turn with that. All right, and let's see how hard this axe hits when I'm not attuned to it. All right. So that'll be and he's gonna be reckless on his attacks. That'll be okay. 15 then. 15. A 27 to hit.
That one does hit.
Awesome. And then on his second guy, that'll be higher. Okay. Let me check if it's gonna be a crit. Nope. But the second one is a 30 to hit, just for the record. Okay. So first hit will do. All right. 3 slashing.
That is magical, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so 3.
Plus I think my rage is +2 right now. So plus another 2 from raging. No wait, +3 from raging.
And don't you get a +4 because of your strength?
Yes. And then +4 for strength. And I think that'll do it for slashing. And then also 11 necrotic. And you'll get a cold swirling around you. Now. And then
The
second attack.
hit.
Yes. That'll be a Ooh, nice. Okay. That'll be a 7 plus 3. That'll be 14 slashing. As well as the 11 necrotic.
You only get that on one
Do
one
I?
hit per
Okay,
turn.
that's fair. Then that'll just be the 14 slashing.
Double
and I-
checking if I can do math.
There. And he's gonna, yeah, he's doing as much of his shit early on as he can, which probably isn't the best strat, but he's excited. And he'll also pull up his second wind. Shit.
So I need to make a whenever you take a second, the CC equals 10 or half the damage you take, whichever number is higher. And then because I am a warcaster, I can't remember what my bonus is on that. It's just advantage, right? Okay,
believe so, yeah.
advantage. So the first one is I gotta make a 10, which I make, and the second one I make. Thank you, advantage. At which point my concentration is still up, so I have the better AC. I have to do that for that. Oh, I forgot to have the necrotic damage. So I get an extra 5, so I am at that. Okay. It is my turn. You
It's
hit.
your turn.
Nice hit.
Thank you.
I choose not to activate my thing because isn't it that an action?
Your shroud? Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
there's
I
no
need
shroud
my
on you.
actions. So
Aaron only did because he got an extra move this turn.
Okay, now I'm back onto the right thing. So I wish to, well, I guess I'm throwing some attacks. 2, 13. I will take my channel divinity to make that a 20 something. That hits,
Yeah.
right?
That'll hit.
Second attack. 4. 15.
No.
Okay. And then I would like to use my war cleric to use my bonus action to attack yet again. And that is an 18 on the face of the dice plus 11. So I got 2 hits.
Yep.
And I would like to use bigger boy smites today.
Ooh.
So I'm using 2 of those. First hit is 13 slashing. And then 16, 19, 21. So 11 points of radiant.
All right.
That is reduced. And then
He's
the
gonna
second
spirit shield
hit
away some of that real quick.
is a 14 slashing.
All right.
Crap, I can't remember what that was. Okay, I guess it's going to be a that now. And 11 points of radiant, so 6.
All right.
So that's my attack, second attack, bonus action, and I do not take a move. There you go.
Yeah, we're close combat bitches.
Yup. How are you holding up?
I am decent. I'm still over half.
Same.
That's fair. All right. Let's just whack you again. He's a bit of a one-trick pony. And he's what's on that? Okay.
Well, when it's 1v1.
Yeah, that's fair. That's not gonna do much to you. That's 17 to hit.
Oh yeah, that misses.
Yeah. And ooh.
Don't forget, you guys still have the bardic inspiration.
I'm remembering.
Shit. Okay. Not only was that a critical, but I rolled 2 20s.
Oh shit, that's good luck.
I
Yeah, play the lottery.
Alrighty then.
I am
That's
immune
gonna
to
get
crits
fun.
due to my armor,
Yep.
but that does indeed hit.
And that'll be a all right, that'll be a 2, 7, 8, 9. That'll be 12 slashing. And his, normal 11 necrotic.
So that's 6. And you only hit once, so
Yep, I think that's him.
okay, so that is my hit point total. Man, having shitty hit points is a bitch. Good hits, good hits. So at which point I go in for my rounds of hits. 2, so I am going to use my guided strike channel divinity to make that a hit because that's plus 10, plus 11,
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
23.
Yeah, 23 will hit.
24, 23, something like that. Oh wait, I forgot to roll a thing. That does not save. That does save, so I still have my concentration going. So 1 hit.
All right.
Second attack, 17 plus 11, 28. So that hits.
That hits.
And I'm going to use my war cleric for a third attack. 13 plus 11, 24.
That'll hit as well.
So I got 3 hits. So I'm going to use a fourth, a third, and a second. So let's see. First attack does 8 slashing, and
All right.
I rolled absolute shit. 6, 12, so 6 points of radiant. That is pre-reduced.
All right.
Second attack's damage is
Okay, spirit shielding some of that.
8 points of slashing. 10, 15, 19. So 10 points
10.
of radiant. And the third attack that hit is 10 points of slashing. 13, 18, 9 points of radiant.
All right.
And that is reduced as well.
Yes. So that's
Brrr.
30. Okay. He's starting to look a bit rough here.
Yeah, Valk's approaching third territory.
That's fair. He's a little above that. All right. Yeah. Let's get to this. All right. So that'll be another crit, though. Nah, doesn't
It
count as
hits.
much. Yeah. And that one biffed it, so he's gonna burn his you were right there. And that'll be a 17 plus. That'll be a 30 to hit.
That does hit.
Awesome. So that's 2 hits for him. All right. First one will be 17 slashing.
Holy shit.
He's doing well. And
Mhm.
his 11 necrotic.
Yep.
And then second hit isn't going to be as impressive. That'll just be an
Don't
11
forget when
slashing.
having the necrotic and radiant damage, you guys, to round up.
We have been.
Yes. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, and then that was a 11 slashing. If you didn't catch that. And then that'll be his turn.
Okay, doing math.
Math isn't real.
Yeah.
And that is just enough to take me down.
Oh shit.
Nice. Then I will specify non-lethal.
Yeah,
I
that's
would hope.
by 1 point.
Aaron just fucking murders Valk in front of all of you.
Murders Valk, then says this is just a
Thank you.
message to just make sure she loses those death saves.
Yeah, I had
And then
33
reads
hit
the letter
points,
himself.
and you did 34.
Based. And then so yeah, she just knocks you down, and then with you down, she's going to, plant a foot on you like you're a conquered territory, and pump a healing hands down through that. So take 11 HP back.
Uncle.
Thank
Valk
you, guys.
laughs and pushes your foot off. So shove action. That's a natural 20 on a shove, so get shoved.
Yeah, I think that's gonna beat whatever he gets. That's a nope, that'll take it. Actually, wait. No, my strength is insane right now. Aaron also gets a 20. Which I
No,
think
no,
does
I
swing
rolled a
you in.
natural 20, so I get all my adds on top of that. So
yeah,
I
no,
crit
that'll
shove.
get him. That'll very get him.
So Valk laughs and just whew, and now you're on the ground too.
Aaron is also in fucking hysterics.
At which point I drop both my healing hands and my lay on hands on myself. So that's 36 hit points right then and there. So 47. And that's enough to not spend spell slots on for right now.
Fair enough. God
Oh, where were
damn,
you
you're
at?
like a truck.
Definitely just like slow clap on the side, like
Let's clap like slightly faster. It's like, wow.
Where were you at, hit point wise?
I was at 35.
Okay, so basically we were both like a round from dropping each other.
Yeah. No,
You were
if you
rolling.
gotten me good there, I would have died.
You were rolling hot too.
Yeah.
I would have been down like a round sooner if it weren't for my adamantine plate.
Yeah, I got like 4 crits during the course of this. Kind of
Yeah.
You
insane
should play the
rolls.
lottery after this stuff.
Yeah, no, go buy a ticket.
True.
Right in the
Oh.
high.
And if you weren't using a magical axe, I would have had a fair bit more hit points. It's just
That's a fair point. That's a
magic
fair point.
bypasses my 3 damage knockoff for heavy armor mastery.
Still a good thing to have.
Very good thing to have. And Warcaster kept my concentration spell up the entire time.
Nice.
Yes.
So that was definitely a good investment of a feat.
Well, thank you, Valk,
Warcaster is
for
fucking
granting me
awesome.
the skill to fucking beat your ass.
It was an absolute pleasure, man. Clap.
Lish gives a little applaud.
Tobias
Also,
will be
if you
applauding
weren't
as
an
well.
if you weren't an Azamar, I probably would have dropped you as well with my smiting.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like these two beat the shit
a
out
lot
of each
for
other.
that.
There's like a bunch of a small audience of golf clapping off to the side.
Exactly. Delicate
And at
claps.
that point, because I don't think
Excellent source, excellent extra.
he
from
actually
Bass.
dismissed it, so at that point, Aaron remembers he has his shroud out and just pulls that back in.
Do we see any downy little feathers popping out of Aaron's back?
Roll perception check.
Was he?
Did Aaron say anything to the group about it, or just to Valk?
I don't
Uh,
believe he said
Just me
anything
so
to
far, right?
Just to Valk.
He was just
Okay.
crying in the
Then
rain.
Demir wouldn't be looking for it.
Yeah. But Lish is nosy.
Mr. Perceptive
Lish
over
is a
here
nosy
probably.
bitch. She's gonna be looking like it makes sense.
Eyeballs.
He has
That's
special eyes.
24.
Yeah, you catch a glimmer of some smaller, tiny feathers close to Aaron's back.
He notes them.
All right.
Well, now that you two have beaten each other up, are you fit to travel?
Yeah, I'm over half health at this point in time, and AC out the wazoo. So as long as we don't have another dragon descending upon us, I'll be fine.
Yeah, as long as we don't fight anything, I can walk all day.
You know, when you say those things, they're more likely to happen.
I'll say, oh, really?
Then a pot of gold's gonna fall from the sky.
Reminded me of the Phineas and Ferb sketch.
I'll take that. Yeah.
But yeah, those gauntlets were a very sound investment.
Oh,
Yes. I've been looking to get his hit chance up for a while now, and boy,
certainly
does
does
it.
So I've been wondering,
Mhm.
do we have a way to get to the Turning Spire?
Walking.
It's an
Flying.
island.
Flying, maybe.
Right.
We can
Flying.
summon eagles.
Unless
we
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Styx yacht.
I doubt we can borrow it for that long.
We don't know how dangerous the journey over would be as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to put any of the sailors in danger.
Can you summon animals other than just owls? Because as a backup, if we can't fly in, maybe swimming in would be an alternative.
You've seen him summon eagles.
Well, yeah, but
And
do eagles swim?
Wolves and eagles and owls, I think, are all he's summoned so far. So
Can you summon whales?
Could we ride whales in?
don't think so, but let me look at the spell.
Could we all get inside a giant whale and then just submarine in?
Just Jonah ourselves over there.
Mm-hmm.
I
Lish
can't
turns into a whale so that he can gently hold us in his mouth while he swims.
Yeah, the Finding Nemo scene.
I think that would go really, really well for us, and nothing could possibly go wrong with that.
Lish would fucking swallow. We all know it.
Yeah,
That intrusive thought that he just can't get rid of, and then he acts on it.
I can summon 2 giant octopuses, or I think like
You can
4
summon a sea
crocodiles.
hag.
I can
My
summon a sea
God.
hag, and she can carry us on her back, and
we
can-
definitely won't lose any true names along the way, no, sir.
Yeah.
Flying would probably be the most preferable option, of course, but it's good to have backups just in case. We don't really know what to expect over there.
You can summon dolphins and we can ride those.
I don't know what Ciara Dolphin is. Let's see.
Probably fairly low.
Wait, can you summon a hippocampus?
I don't.
Isn't that a
think
part of
I
the
can
brain?
Summon a hippocampus. It's not a beast. It's not a.
Dolphins have a challenge rating of 1/8.
I can summon. 1/8 is.
Oh yeah, it's a monstrosity.
I can
A lot of
summon.
dolphins.
I can summon 8 dolphins. So I mean, we could all get on a dolphin, but I
Summon
don't want to
catfish.
touch the water.
Yeah. Like, again,
How about we just
flying would be the best
focus
idea.
on getting to the coast first, where we'll need to cross, and then we'll figure out the best way.
Yeah.
Good idea,
Hey,
yeah.
there might not even be water when we get there.
That is
That's
also a
true.
good point.
All right, let's go check it out then.
Yeah.
Any less preparations or?
Any final things to do in the city?
We got gauntlets, we got healing potions, we got extra revivify diamonds.
I'd say it's about noon at this point, given the time for shopping and then sparring.
I think we're loaded at this point.
All right.
If we are headed out today, then there is nothing. Demir just sadly looks towards the bathhouse.
I mean, we don't have to head out right away.
I think it would be best if the sooner we deal with this problem, the better.
I
Yeah.
agree.
We can
There's no
always,
reason
we
we
can
can't.
always,
There's no reason we can't backtrack after anyway.
yeah.
Yeah,
can
we
leave
can
the
just
bathhouse
tree
on the way out.
teleport back.
Yeah, Lish, do you remember any other trees around here?
You mean how we got back this morning?
Yeah, like that
There's
one.
the stick in front of the tree in front of Stick's house.
Wonderful. We can, yeah, so we can always come back.
All right. So with that, I would firstly like someone to roll percentile dice or D100, whichever.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm on it.
All right.
20.
20. Yeah, that'll be enough to trigger a random encounter. Someone else, or I mean, Lars, you can do it again too if you want, but
6.
6.
6.
Okay. This one I have to look up.
Are we
Uh-oh.
on owls then traveling, or are we walking up to this point?
I think
Oh.
we're walking up and then figuring out whether we owl or something else.
Well, how many days travel are we away?
Probably like one day.
Oh,
So we like
Yeah.
fly, fortress, fly.
something like that. Yeah.
Sounds like a routine.
You'll undoubtedly get to the coast by this evening.
Yeah.
We will have a
Without the
coastal
owls or with
fortress.
the owls?
With the owls.
Oh, yeah, then let's use the owls and then we can walk the rest of the way tomorrow.
And hold on, computer's taking for fucking ever to load. Okay. Okay.
Do we get a dragon again?
No,
Okay, good.
something else. So you guys have chosen to fly. While you are flying, I would like someone to roll a d20.
Sure.
2d20, sorry.
2d20.
One person can roll one and one person can roll the other.
I'll take the other one.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
Man.
You got an 18. How's your luck looking, Dove?
16.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Are we starting next week with an encounter?
The DM laughed. Everybody, be afraid.
No, it's just complicated.
Run in horror.
Okay. A 16 and an 18.
Or an 18 is 16.
Yeah.
You guys are lost. You don't know what happened. But there's
Oh.
something about the wind that has blown through you and clouded your mind with static. I'd like for someone else to roll a d8 to see who the thing that the 18 rolled affects. Gotta get this.
Fuck it. I'll roll. That's a 4.
4. Okay. So Lars, I'll message you later.
Give me your fucking kills, Valk.
Well, actually, okay. Valk, I'd first like you to roll another percentile dice or D100.
Eight.
8. Okay. And then roll a D10.
9.
9. Okay.
Uh-oh.
It's okay. I'm just gonna message you real quick.
Well,
Totally fine. The DM isn't up to anything ominous whatsoever.
well, I did roll the encounter. Ah.
Okay. So with these things, you guys the wind that you experience, it isn't so much of a physical wind, but more like a storm of thought that just batters at your minds rather than your bodies. And the wind itself is made of lost memories, forgotten ideas, minor musing, and subconscious fears that somehow have gone astray. It has blown you guys off course to the extent let me look at the world map here. Just a sec here. Now do a quick roll. Okay, that's not that bad. But while you are blowing the wind, you find yourself in a much colder area. The air itself is chilly and cool. There starts to be smatterings of snow below you. And when you land, looking around at where the coast is and where the sun is beginning to set, you find yourself actually much closer to the unclaimed lands than you would have expected. Find yourself here-ish.
Interesting.
Sorry, I missed the ping. Where was the ping?
It's
That's up
the
here
Turning
where
Spire.
the burned forest
Oh.
meets the snow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
nice.
and not so much as burned, as so
Right.
much
Looks
as
like a
it's
burnt forest.
dead. There are trees there, but they seem to be bare, stripped of bark, and some of them seem to be twisted in strange, unhealthy ways. These trees are definitely not alive. Looking around, you are pretty close to the beach. And you realize, looking around, that it's familiar to you guys. There's the blackened sand, the scrub brushes. And you realize that you saw this in the plane of dreams.
Oh, is this the same beach
Mm-hmm.
that we walked into the water?
Oh
Yep.
shit.
This is the same beach. And looking around, you can also see that the water seems very flat and shallow, to the extent that you probably could walk to this Turning Spire pretty easily. It's only like an inch of water all the way.
Is it just ruins of forest? Are there any ruins of any buildings or settlements that we can see here in the distance?
Roll a perception check.
And more importantly, we can see the Turning Spire from here.
You can see the Turning
Right.
Spire.
16?
16. You managed to find a few scraps of wood that look like they might have once been part of a building, or maybe perhaps a ship.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell. But you do see in the distance is a cloaked figure.
It's the vampire. Is it recognizable?
It is too far away to see properly.
Lish is gonna look around the forest where we are, dead trees and all, and just see if there's anything that might be suitable for a transport via plants.
Roll an Arcana check.
$15?
15. These trees are wrong. You try to look at them and examine them. There's something terrible about them. You don't want to touch them. They're wrong.
Yeah, I do a magic check here. Let's see. I don't know though if I have. My magic eyes are up all the time, so I'm looking around as well. From Eagle Lish or Lish is Eagle. Are the
Well,
trees?
you guys have landed at this point.
Oh, we have?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking around. Are any of the trees magic?
The trees themselves aren't magical, but there is an essence of a necrotic and evocation around this whole area. The figure is still in the distance, and just seems to be watching you guys.
Can we all see him or just Lish?
You can all see him.
Who's that?
Not sure.
We know.
Who would even be out here?
How far away is he?
$100 feet.
I'm going to point my finger at him and send a message.
Okay.
Hello, strange traveler. Do you have business with us? Or do you need to be on your way?
You hear a voice in your head that says the same sort of crawling wrongness of the trees. It's as if it's like the voice is a voice of someone you feel like you should be able to recognize, but their voice itself is covered in ants. It's covered. But it's familiar and just wrong and gross. And you hear back in your head laughter. And that's where we will call session.
I don't like that.
Oh, that's
Time
not
to kill
ominous
an
at
ant demon.
all.
Ant
I
demon
don't
of the
like that
woods.
at all. That's not okay. Oh boy.
I
That's
have
not
a mini
great.
for this guy, actually.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Find him. But, thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah,
Thank
thanks.
you, as always, for
thanks.
DMing.
Thank you for fucking with my character.
Thanks for the nightmares I'm going to have. A voice covered in ants. That's going to live in my head rent free now. Thanks for that.
So, next week.
Next week.
Next week.
Next week.
Last
All right.
strong.
Bye, y'all.
See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
That one.
Bye.